Well, it's time for another Call of Duty update. Season 2 Reloaded is finally here, which means we got some new stuff to cover and talk about, but first we're gonna dive into the new map. Well, kinda new map. It's like a remade version of an old map. They brought back Das House from Call of Duty Vanguard, which, yeah, you know, there was actually a lot of great maps in Vanguard that I wouldn't mind if they bring back. Another one that I think off the top of my head being Mayhem. That map was actually a lot of fun. And here we are on the new... whoa, what is going on with the... Okay, yeah, that is one thing that I will say. For some reason, ever since the update came out, the servers have been, like, really unstable. Some matches are fine, some aren't, and yeah, it seems like this is one of those that aren't. But anyway, as we run around the map, like, yeah, you can see it's literally the exact same layout. They just kind of, you know, switch it up to make it more modernized, which, yeah, that makes sense, because obviously Das House was like a World War II map, and I gotta say, I like what they did with the place. Got some USA flags all about, got, like, I don't know, a giant, like, crane thing up there. When you look on the outside of the map, yeah, you can see we're actually, like, way up in a skyscraper, which is pretty cool. Usually when I make these kind of videos, I like to at least take a moment to kind of walk around and give you guys just a feel for the map, because I know sometimes with the way I cut my videos, it can be kind of hard to actually see, like, how everything is laid out, but yeah, again, the layout is basically one-to-one. I mean, it might be a little bit different, like, they made things a bit more open just to kind of, like, account for, like, the faster and more crazy movement. I'm not saying that they did, I'm just saying that it might be a possibility, because I know they've done that with some of the other maps in the game, but I don't know, even then, it doesn't seem like it's been enough, because I can tell you, like, just playing this map, there's so many times where I'll be back sprinting, and I'll literally just, like, sprint past somebody, and we'll have this moment where they're going this way, and I'm going this way, and then we both go, oh, wait a minute, that was an enemy, and then we both try to turn around and kill each other, but then somebody else from, like, way over here kills us instead. Things definitely get quite chaotic on this map, and I mean, hey, you know, it's another one of those small maps in this game. I was saying it back when, I think, Season 2 first dropped. It's like, there's so many maps in this game that just sort of get, oh my god, dude, I wasn't even trying to go off right there. There's so many maps in this game that give you what I call a shipment brain, where you get on and you start playing with the idea of grinding, but after a little bit, your brain just kind of turns into sludge, and you just start kind of mindlessly running around on autopilot. Not that that's a bad thing, mind you know, sometimes there's nothing quite like just putting the game on mute, hopping into a playlist like that, and just like listening to a podcast for a couple of hours while you grind out whatever XP or challenges you're trying to get done. But I will say, when it comes to my preference in Call of Duty games, yeah, I only play these kind of maps when I'm specifically trying to grind things out, or when they pop up in the quick play playlist. Like when you're already playing other maps, it can kind of be like a cool way to break things up, but otherwise I prefer to play the other maps in the game, like some of the bigger maps, like, you know, your terminals, or even something like Rust. Like, I know Rust is a bit like smaller still, but it's still a bit like bigger, and you still have to use your brain while you play it. My favorite playlist lately has actually been like just 10v10 mosh pit. I mean, when it comes to Call of Duty, like I always will prefer just like that, you know, classic 6v6, like, you know, just like that vanilla Call of Duty experience, but the 10v10 does seem to work, especially for like some of the bigger maps in this game, because it's no secret some of the OG Modern Warfare 2 maps are a bit bigger. Like, you got your maps like Afghan and Derail, so when you're playing a 10v10 mosh pit playlist, it just kind of like mitigates that. I saw they just added a 12v12 mosh pit mode, so I'll have to play that and see how that pans out. I don't know if that would make some of the maps too chaotic, but I'll see. They also ended up adding some stuff to zombies, but from what I've heard, most of it is basically just like extensions to content that was already in the game. Like, it's not necessarily anything super brand new, so I mean, like, I'll dive in, I'll try it out. I think there's like a new story mission, so obviously I'll grind that out. But once I do that, I feel like it's gonna be another one of those situations where it's like, okay, I completed all the content, now I don't have a reason to play the mode again. Been there, done that, I've spoken my piece on that, I'm not gonna go into it now. But anyways, now that we played Das House, I guess we can go ahead and spend the rest of the video just talk about everything that's new and how to unlock everything that's new, because yeah, there's a bit to go over. First things first, a double XP weekend is coming up, so which does kind of coincide with what we're going to be talking about here in a moment, that being with the Dune Roll of Fate camo, where yeah, this is another one of those things where it's not tied to any challenges or anything like that. You literally just have to grind out a bunch of XP. So if you want to do this, you do have 6 days to do it, and there's going to be a double XP weekend, so it might be worth waiting to do this until the double XP weekend if you're just trying to maximize your time and you're just really only diving in to get this done. Unfortunately, at the time of me recording this, the update literally just came out like a little bit ago, so I didn't have enough time to actually like grind out the entire camo yet, but I will be making a video on that, just, you know, dedicated to it tomorrow. Usually I like to split up the videos, like make one video kind of dedicated to like an entire update in general, and then making one video just kind of tied to like the specific limited time event. So we'll kind of scroll through this here. We'll go more in detail with it in tomorrow's video, but yeah, there's some cool stuff here, and I have seen the final camo, and it is pretty sick. It's an animated camo, and similar to the last one, the Barbed and Dangerous one, you only need 293,750 XP, so it's really not that bad. You can probably finish that in like, I don't know, maybe 3 hours, maybe 2 if you're doing a lot of your like weekly and daily challenges and stuff. Then they added a new sector to the battle pass. We have the Jack Burnout kit, the Bone Dome, a 1 hour XP token, the Grave Robber camo, as well as the Soul Render sword. These challenges are pretty easy. The first one, he's got to get throwing knife kills. The second one, you got to get 10 melee kills. This one, you got to get 15 operator kills with a frag grenade or a Semtex. And then in this one, you got to get 5 operator kills with a buddy or gun. You know, just whack up and smack them. And then this one, you got to get 10 operator kills, like melee kills while you're crouch. Pretty easy stuff, and the sword's got a pretty good range on it, so you should have no problems getting that done. And then to unlock the new battle rifle, that being the SOA Subverter, you just gotta complete 5 of the weekly challenges, and you can mix and match this, right? You can do like 1 in multiplayer, 2 in zombies, 2 in battle royale, or you can do all of them multiplayer. I ended up just completing all the ones in multiplayer so I get some more XP done towards that, event that we just talked about. As always, the challenges are really easy, and realistically, you could complete like multiple of these in one match. They just put these in here so then players have a reason to get back on, just keep that retention up. There's also gonna be like new Vortex maps coming to the game, I believe, because I think they're bringing that mode back, so we're gonna be seeing Skid Grow as well as Airborne. Containment level. Raise your containment level. Complete contracts and exfil to raise your containment level for your operator. Gain access to special rewards. Increase your containment level to start each deployment with bonuses that give you an extra advantage on the battlefield. Okay, so maybe they actually are giving me a reason to play the game. Okay, reach containment level 2 to unlock this reward tier. Start with 500 essence. Start with 5 armor plates. Start with 1,000 essence. 30% off perk machine cost. Start with 1,500 essence plus 30% contract essence reward. Wow, that's actually like huge. Start with 2,500 essence. 50% off mystery box cost, start with 5,000 essence, and then 20% off pack-a-punch cost, and that's when you get it up to the max of that being a 100 containment level. So to upgrade your containment level, you just need to complete contracts. I also could have swore that yesterday I saw somebody post up saying that they added an exfil shriek reward thing to the game, similar to what we saw with DMZ, so I don't know if this is actually tied to that in any way, or if those are two completely different things, where like, you have your containment level, but then you also have like your exfil shriek, or maybe the containment level is something where, yes, you can keep raising it by completing contracts, but as soon as you fail to successfully exfil, then your containment level is reset to 0. And like I said, they did end up adding a new story mission to Act 4, so it's kind of crazy, right? Like, the game launched with, like, all these acts and stuff, we have, like, 3 acts to go through, and then, we're Season 2 Reloaded, and we're just now getting the second story mission of Act 4. Anyway, this one is called Countermeasures. When Terminus Outcomes moves on a newly detected anomaly in the EZ, Operation Deadbolt scrambles their forces to intercept, investigate the anomaly, and escape the rift. That was, yeah, that was basically the same thing as last time, but I mean, okay. I mean, hey, it's content. I'll do it. Not that I actually care, but I mean, I guess I'll check out Warzone and see if there's anything new over here. Battle Royale Trios, Ranked Play Resurgence, Splendor Quads, yeah, it just kind of seems like the same Warzone slop as always. I mean, hey, Vondal's still here in Resurgence. I like that map, Ashika Island. I mean, I like that one too, so hey, maybe I'll dive in and play some point. I've played Warzone 3 twice so far. I played it when it first launched, and then I played it when the zombies were added to it, and yeah, that was about it. I got my first solo win over there, like the first time that I played it, so that was cool, but yeah, I don't know. Before we wrap things up, I figured it'd be a good idea to at least hop into the firing range and show you guys the new weapon. So this is the SOA Subverter we were talking about earlier, the new battle rifle. It's got a full auto mode, just like all the other battle rifles, and it's also got a single fire mode. It's got a pretty good fire rate on it. The reload's pretty solid, and overall, I'm sure this would be the meta over in Warzone for a little bit, as with all the new weapons until they nerf it. And then here's the Soul Render Sword, and I mean, yeah, it's pretty sick. It's got a super clean inspect animation. You can also kind of do this thing where you like hold the trigger, and then they kind of like goes into this thing before slashing. So yeah, I was using this thing a bit earlier. It is pretty cool. But anyways, there it is. That's everything that is new with Season 2 Reloaded. Obviously, not all the content that was advertised is in the game at the moment, because that'll be added like within the next couple weeks or so, like some of the Vortex stuff and all that. But yeah, that's everything that's new that's in the game at the moment. But anyway, as always, massive shout out, thank you to all the Patreons and chat. Remember saying it all in the low ball tier, and shout out, thank you to all in the mid ball tier, Mel asking me, Daddy, man in the big shout out, thank you to all in G tier, Ron Events, Similar Cheese Curl. Thank you guys so much. You guys are literal legends. I love you. Thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day. Stay beautiful. I love you all. Peace.